Hey everyone, welcome back to another installment of How Solo Can You Go? This is Azi Rosenblum with RemSource, and this is our video blog, which is dedicated to providing tips, advice, suggestions, and best practices to small business owners, specifically the solo practicing type. Today, I'd like to discuss a management style often depicted as negative, called micromanagement. Micromanagement, which implies a certain need to control, a certain need to be involved in things which would otherwise, through non-micromanagement, I don't think it's macromanagement, but non-micromanagers would otherwise let go of and entrust to competent people on their teams. Micromanagers are stereotyped for hanging on, staying involved, having to be in the know, and spending a lot of their time managing people that they should trust. When we discuss micromanagement as it relates to small and solo practicing business owners, I believe that micromanagement is a misplaced term, which actually should be a goal for most solo practicing business owners. When you've reached the point where you're micromanaging things, I think that's a big step that a lot of the folks that I meet out there networking and working with small business owners should aim to achieve. And here's what I mean by that. To micromanage something, it has to be something that is actually being managed. Issues with delegating and letting go and trusting are better handled by your business coach, perhaps your therapist, or somebody who can help you change some of your patterns. But when we talk about micromanagement in the environment of most of the solo practicing business owners that I meet with and engage, I don't think that things are managed yet. I think that things are in a state of chaos, and they're very free form, and they're not in patterns. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest issues that solo practicing business owners have is that they're redeciding how to do certain things the exact same way. They believe that they are making decisions when they're actually repeating patterns, and they haven't taken the time to recognize the fact that they have cycles taking place within their business and started addressing managing them. So I say to you, if you think you're a micromanager, I need you to ask yourself if you're just disorganized. Because disorganized and micromanager are not the same thing. If you're working 60 hours a week, it's not because necessarily you're a micromanager. It could just be that you have not taken the time to slow down and chart what you're doing. So my challenge to you is consider the possibility that you're not one of those heroic, coveted, amazing micromanagers that just won't let go because you're so in control. Consider the possibility that things are actually out of control. And ask yourself whether there are one or two things, just pick one or two simple things in your business that you are still responsible for, that you're still doing, which are truly unnecessary uses of your time. You just don't need to be the person doing it. It doesn't mean it's lousy, low-value work. It's important. It needs to happen. It's important to your clients. It's important to feeding processes within your business, but it just doesn't need to be you. And if you're struggling to use your time properly, and if you're working long hours and you're frustrated with the amount of work that depends on you, I'm challenging you to take one or two things, micromanage them to the point where you actually know exactly how they're supposed to work. You're obsessed with the details. You know exactly what's supposed to happen after A, B, C, D, and then give that to someone else to do because it doesn't need to be you. And then you will have reached micromanagement and then immediately stepped into delegating. And I think once you taste from the forbidden fruit of truly devising and detailing how you do things in your business and then being able to delegate, a lot of D words, be able to delegate that to somebody else, I think it'll catch on. So I dare you to be a micromanager with a quick stopover that heads then over to being a delegator. And I think from there, you'll see how this works. So good luck becoming a micromanager and then evolving to someone who delegates. But in reality, you're probably just a mess. Good luck. Bye.